It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the focus is on Jack Campbell. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the Lions and the Ravens. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lion. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Right to the air is Jackson. First pass is incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5. In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back.
That's caught at the 25. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Was this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. the middle. It's Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Operating from the gun, Hawkins. And in for the Lions, touchdown. James Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 134 yards, and the score, too.
And when you put the ball in the end zone 13 times on the season, one thing is apparent. You didn't do it all on your own. Offensive line is creating some nice space for you, and you're probably getting some good blocks downfield from your wide receivers.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. To throw is Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Ravens at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense They just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll try the left side. Stapleton. And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll try the left side. Allison. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He completes this to Sutton. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Off play action. Hawkins out to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle they go. Stapleton. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Hall on a give up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Jackson now. This to Laporta, right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. They'll run with Hall. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. 7-7, our score after one. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he returns this to the 22.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to try back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down now, Allison, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Hawkins. That is caught. There he goes, right side. Still going. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are able to move back in front.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Ravens ready to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Fighting his way through contact.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Throwing is Jackson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They go play action with Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, he's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up that third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Tylan Wallace
from 6 yards away.
And the Ravens have moved out in front.
And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 44 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
To throw on second down, Hawkins. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw. Hawkins. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Lions have yet again retaken the lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. Here's Jackson to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Lions to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Back to throw. Hawkins. And this is going to be incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He's able to find Wallace. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Tylan Wallace.
With career touchdown number 96, he joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 69 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They'll run on 1st down. Stapleton.
And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing on 1st down. Hawkins. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
If you're a fan of offensive football, this game has suited you well. Both offenses continuing to move the ball with relative ease.
Yeah, and if you're a fan of defensive football, you're not having so much fun watching this one. And these coordinators, they're going to be scrambling to figure out a way to counter so far. It may just come down to which one of these defenses can make one stop that could change the course of this game.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Hawkins. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 24 all. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Jackson. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
You're a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Again, Jackson.
There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens.
A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And now This throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started out in Denver, where you see the final score there. Joe Burrow, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. From there, we'll head east to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, and they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. Bryce Young with 2 touchdown passes there. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. 2 touchdowns there for Jonathan Taylor. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. Stapleton shifts past him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll keep it on the ground. Stapleton shreds him with a stiff arm. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Hawkins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Pass hauled in by Johnston.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Operating from the gun, Hawkins.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Hawkins. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it. They still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Zay Flowers and his offense about to begin their next drive. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Here's a give to Hall.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 118 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Hall again.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Breece Hall with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So out now come the Lions. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hawkins.
Complete to Johnston here.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Hawkins.
Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Off the play fake, Hawkins.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens.
Down the numbers. There he goes.
He's still on his feet.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
But that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here, and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, They further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick six.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is up to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
164 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hawkins. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnston. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
They'll look to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Ravens are going to get the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18.
He'll give it to Hall to start the drive.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Here's Hall again. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
A handoff for Hall.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
A give running right is Hall.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
During that run, an injury here We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's Hall.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the Lions' 49-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Throw left side, caught by Laporta.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now Jackson on first down. This to Laporta, right side.
Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. Jackson now.
That's to the tight end, Laporta.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
They'll run with Hall.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 6. First down.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
The Lions offense set to take over. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. A time to see what this offense has left in the tank.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
The 14-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Travis Jones racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The Lions on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 17.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down.
2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
They'll give to Hall. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now a throw here to his running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Sam Laporta from 13 yards out. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. On 1st down, Hawkins. Flush to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Hawkins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hawkins.
He gets it to Johnston.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to throw again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Again, he'll drop to throw. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. Stapleton. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or two.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll run. It's Hall. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They run it with Hall off the option. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
11 more on that one and another first down. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Breece Hall,
his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Hawkins.
Right side, he has Johnston.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They go play action here on first down.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Holding. Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Off play action. Hawkins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And the Ravens taking the field.
As they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Ravens,
they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory.
And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
It's week 9 of the National Football League, and this one features Josh Jacobs. He's coming off a nice showing last week, racked up a lot of yards, and reached the end zone once. It's the Raiders and the Dolphins on Monday Night Prime Time.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. But tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, the first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
This will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Roberts. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs, and it's 3rd down.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Roberts now throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jarrett.
Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Operating from the gun, Jarrett, and that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw, Jarrett, and that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there, and it's 3rd down. You look at this Raiders defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Jarrett able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Throwing on 1st down. Jarrett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Dolphins at 7-1 now on the year. And they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And as much as we hate to play this game, you know I'm going to do it anyway. Extrapolate that over a full season. What does that come out to, partner? 14-2. And anyone in the NFL, they'd sign up for that record, that's for sure.
3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Jarrett.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Patterson's kick is good.
And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Now Roberts throwing to start the drive.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Now a 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll look to set up his blockers. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Jarrett.
And this one too low. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. A 3rd down gain of 19. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Back to throw. Jarrett. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. DK Metcalf. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain. So when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. second down. Jacobs once more.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Miami set to take over. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jarrett.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
From the 38 now. Here's 2nd and a couple.
They'll look to throw again.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Raiders have got him. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
$10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Jarrett. That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Back to throw. Jarrett. Another catch there for Waddle.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will wind up a loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12. Looking to throw. Roberts. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
A chance for Waddle on the return. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And they will take over first and 10. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. First and 10 upcoming. On first and 10, Jarrett. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. Back to throw. Jarrett. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just need a yard here. Second and 1. Looking to throw. Jarrett. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Miami.
Off the bootleg. Jarrett. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be second down. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. To throw on 3rd down, Jarrett. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Tackle there by Lewis Seen.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Roberts looking to throw on second down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this second quarter. They're moving it pretty good, and that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
Here's Roberts on 1st and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
To throw is Roberts on 1st down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Roberts. Throw right side, held in by Dobbs. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play. Here's Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll run with Cobb. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think...
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in the conference.
2nd and 10. Off the bootleg. Jarrett. This will be caught. It's Waddle. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A give, running right, Achane. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run, Achane. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Devon Achane. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And now here come the Raiders.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Roberts now throwing on first down.
The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now Roberts going to throw again. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jarrett, a quick throw but incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 64 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raiders offense ready to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Looking to throw on second down. Roberts. And a quick throw here that's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing to start the drive.
Jarrett. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw.
Jarrett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. On 1st down,
Jarrett.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit.
Patterson's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night, as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Trey Lance leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we take the long trip across the country, about as far as you can go. Check on the Seahawks in Seattle. And they were losers in that ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington Commanders. Christian McCaffrey, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. Joe Burrow, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10.
The third quarter begins with a run by Achane.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Looking to throw.
Jarrett. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 30. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
And and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
A 71-yard punt return.
And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. But it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take him back, and he did so there. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense.
They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. A good pickup there at 22. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team, but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. To throw on 2nd down, Jarrett.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. Off the play fake. Jarrett. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of 12. First down, Dolphins.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 86 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Back to throw. Jarrett. No gain on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins add 6 to their lead. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Roberts to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw. Roberts. That is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Here's Roberts on 1st and 10. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Roberts. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league.
But to drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again.
He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Running left, Achane.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
112 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On first down, back to Achane.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jarrett over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
For as much as we extol his route running and him as a pass catcher, he might be better with the ball in his hands. He did not want to go down there until he found the end zone, and while he didn't quite get there, he and his guys are set up near the goal line now, 1st and goal.
Back to the ground, Achane.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane.
A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Raiders 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raiders heading out to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
Off play action. Roberts. Stocker's got it. Complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Blake. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Jalen Phillips able to record his 5th sack of the season.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Off the play fake. Roberts. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun. Roberts.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
127 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Achane here, they stay on the ground.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
And they'll give this to Achane. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it.
One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Jarrett. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Operating from the gun.
Roberts completed out left to Dobbs.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49-yard line.
Looking to throw. Roberts. Throw left side complete. That's Cobb. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
You gotta be kidding me.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. Roberts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And his throw is incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now a carry for Cobb.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And the drive starts with a run from Achane, and he'll get this to the 32.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw.
Jarrett.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Here's A.J. Cole now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got working care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Miami, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.